Hey, I'm coming to you live with no warning whatsoever. So today is one of those days where things just don't go as planned, right? I try to go live consistently, Wednesday, same time, same place, because I want to be there for you, my ever growing audience, right? I want to be there for you. Today is one of those days where my staff called in sick, so I'm here by myself at the store. Right now, I put a sign out on the store that says I'll be back in an hour. So it's really important to me to maintain my integrity and to stay consistent. This is something that I absolutely struggle with, and that is just exactly what this live is going to be about, is about ending the year strong. So it's December, it's that time of year where we can be super reflective about what we set out intending to do at the beginning of the year with those resolutions and how the year ended. So I'm going to be encouraging you not to beat yourself up about what didn't take place. We want to celebrate those wins, and we want to end the year with intention. Whatever that looks like to you, I am here to help you figure that out.
If you're ready to take back control of your health, you're in the right place. Welcome to Awaken Wellness with me, Tanya Candy, registered nurse and health coach. Now, I'm not your typical nurse. I consider myself divorced from traditional healthcare. I broke free of the sick care system in 2019 when I realized that the root cause to my sickness, my autoimmune disease, and my chronic pain was me. If you're ready for truth, for clarity, for honesty in a tough, love, compassionate way, I'm the coach for you. Join me while we dig into our root causes of sickness and disease.
All right, so if you're sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, this talk is for you. Absolutely. Stay tuned, like, share, follow. Now, if you are here live, I'm only on Facebook and YouTube right now. I'd love it if you hit me up in the comments. Hey, that would be great. Let me know if this was the best year of your life or if you fell short, if you missed the marker. So let me kind of look at my notes here. This isn't totally off the cuff. Let's say one, your body is not confused. You're responding to patterns. So thinking about your life and what are your patterns like. So like when I first got on here, my introduction was setting the tone, me staying consistent. I have been working really hard this year to do that, to be a coach of integrity, right? I do my own starting and stopping, falling off the wagon, getting back on the wagon. And this year has been really good for me. I have really finally gotten some of my behaviors in line. It has exponentially moved me forward. I have been consistent for almost a year, a strong 8 months with my exercise routine. That's somewhere where I was really laxy-daisy. So I've been doing that. I've been consistent with some of these other hacks like sauna and red light, and even using my own services that we provide here at Awaken Wellness. So these things are all important, and I am human just like you. I am never going to try to come off perfect or acting like I'm anything lofty or above where you're at. But this thing right here, being consistent, going live, being here for you on Wednesdays is really important to me. Really important to me. And consistency, it's almost like you can like think of it as almost like a hormone, right? So you think your hormones are off or out of balance. Is that true? Or is it your consistency? Is that just being consistent the missing piece that's going to keep your energy where it needs to be? Is that the missing piece to your metabolism? Is it the missing piece to losing weight? And I know consistency, that's a big subject. Consistent and what? Consistent and what? Like, what are you missing? That, my friend, is exactly why you need to end this year strong with me. You need to end 2025 and finally commit to going all in and working with me in my group coaching program. Now, stick around. I'm going to give you a discount code for the 12-month commitment, right? I erased the month to month. That is no longer an option. We're done with that because it was causing it was causing my followers, my crowd to be inconsistent. So we're done with that. We're done with month to month. That is just no longer an option. There is a 6-month option. You can get in there, but there's not a discount there. The discount is going to be on the 12-month. Why? Because you have to give yourself the grace. You have to give yourself the grace to not beat yourself up, because it's going to take you a solid year to change your behavior, to become consistent. And you can't do it all at once. When you get in my programs, we have it all laid out. So you're not overwhelmed. You're not feeling like you have to do it all at once. You're going to do it at your own pace in the education modules. And then we're going to meet once a week on Sunday evenings. We get together as a group. I will start going live if you, there is an option where you can do just the DIY, where you don't get in our full groups, like you don't get access. I go live in Facebook in that group to give my teaching, say what I'm going to say for that week, and then I'm off. And then just over in the real group, like where you bought in for that 6 months or 12 months at that level, then you get to come on camera. You get my time. You get that one-on-one. It is an amazing model. Like, I love this hybrid group coaching where you get the one-to-one, and for me, it's one-to-many. So it has revolutionized my practice. I still have one-to-one clients and I still appreciate that, but this group coaching module mindset, it saves everybody so much time and you get so much more value. You go at your pace and we heal in community. So when you show up for the group coaching on Sunday evenings, it's so much less intimidating than sitting with me one-to-one. You get the value of learning from other people's questions. They learn from your experience. It has been such a blessing. So stay tuned. I'm going to give you a discount code for that. Now, let me get back to my notes. I get excited and sidetracked. Consistency. You'll find, of course, as a female, your consistency might be directly tied to your hormones. And we talk a lot about that in our group. We cover all the bases. If you like fasting, we talk about fasting. If you like peptides, we talk about peptides. Like, we seriously, we clean out the corners. We cover all the bases. It is amazing. Let's talk about some of your pain points. What are your pain points? For most people who walk into my office, their number one thing is energy, weight, and pain. Energy, weight, and pain. And those things at the heart of the root are metabolic dysfunction, are detox issues. So you've got things building up in your body that shouldn't be in there. We all need to live a detox lifestyle. Now, that to me means something totally different than it means to a lot of other people. I mean cellular level. I mean mitochondrial health. I mean you are an energetic being before you are a physical being. When we work together, we work on all of those levels because it's not just one thing. The emotions are a big thing. It all plays into what is going right with you or what is going wrong with you. When we think about fatigue, fatigue is absolutely not that you are lazy. If you are struggling and you're not sleeping, you're not functioning, you just feel pooped, you just feel tired, no matter what, you're not lazy. You are inflamed, my friend. You're underfueled, you're undernourished, and you're overstimulated 24/7. Your cellular battery is low, so your mitochondria, your ATP, they're waving the white flag. They're like, dude, help out here, give us a break. Your nervous system, your vagal tone, all of those things are areas we dig into all of those things in our group program. We put all of the pieces together for you. Like you might be on social media, you know about deep breathing, you know about mitochondria, you know about peptides, you know about cold plunges, you know about saunas, you know about red light, but are you consistently putting those pieces together? Where do you start? What is the most important? If you've only got 10 extra minutes in the day, what is the thing of the most valuable that you need to be doing? That's what we do together in our programs. We absolutely do not operate in guilt and shame, right? Yes, we set goals because if you don't know what you want, it's super hard to get what you want. It's really hard for me to coach you if I don't know what the goal is. How can I get you there if you can't define it? So we have to look at goals, but not so we can go from week to week and show up in shame for what we didn't do. We celebrate every win. We set down actionable items so you have a plan, so you have a goal. If there's no plan, shit doesn't get done. You know that that's true, right? So we work out that plan, something that you can feel good about, a place that you can start. A big thing that we have to work on right out of the get-go is your sleep, right? If you're not sleeping, if you're having some insomnia, that's a clue. That's a sign. There's something that needs to be recalibrated. During our group sessions, we absolutely will talk a lot about functional testing, and you'll grab what you need and leave the rest. So if sleep's a big thing, a lot of times we want to do a saliva cortisol test. We talk about it in the group. If that's something that you need to do, if we need to figure out in black and white what's going on, again, it's hard to fix the problem if we haven't targeted the problem. So sleep and recalibrating. Even sleep and you're draining your glymphatic system. Sometimes we have to do a sleep study per se, or a sleep detox, and get your sleep behavior. Treat you like you're a toddler who needs a sleep routine. The other main symptom that people come in complaining about, so first was fatigue, second was weight loss. Maybe first. A lot of people don't want to say that weight is their main concern because it seems too vain. It's like a vanity metric. And I agree, right? I've never wanted Awaken Wellness to be about weight loss. I really haven't. Even now that I've stepped into the peptide realm and I've partnered with LEMD for telehealth and peptide resources, I still don't want my sole purpose in working with you to be weight or vanity metrics, because we know a healthy body finds a healthy weight. So being metabolically flexible is super important. Like if you're a person who gets hangry and gets shaky and you feel like you're going to fall apart if you don't eat every couple hours, there's a metabolic flexibility issue, right? So I'm not necessarily a proponent of women and long-term fasting, but you do need to be able to fast and not feel like you're falling apart, right? But we train for that. We work up to that. Now, in my program, we are not a fasting program. But if that is something that is of interest to you, I can support you with that. I can give you a lot of help. I've done a lot of research in my lifetime. I've done a lot of fasting. It has been super successful for me. Spiritual fasting and otherwise, just like there is the old scripture, I can't tell you exactly where to find it, but the one that says some things are only delivered with prayer and fasting. So sometimes we pair biblical aspects, and sometimes there is disease to me is a demonic manifestation. Like, not always. Don't be freaked out by what I just said, but sometimes, whether it's behavior modification, whether it's parasitic, or whether it is that operation, that disease, spiritual realm, that's where fasting can be so powerful. When you pair it with your biblical foundation, you can move mountains in your health. So yes, that is something that we address when we work together in my group programs. We cover it all, my friends. We cover it all. So back to weight. Do we work on weight in my group programs? Absolutely, we do. Because a healthy body finds a healthy weight. If your body has got extra pounds, it is going to be in trouble. There is a problem, right? If your body's healthy, it finds a healthy weight. Does this happen automatically when you work with me? No, it does not. But we know that your body stores toxins in your fat cells. So a lot of times if you're doing everything right and your body is not willing to give up that fat, there is something going on with your genetics. There's something going on with your liver. Your body, one, doesn't have enough energy. Your mitochondrial health is too low. Your body won't do it. So there's a lot of things that we need to set a foundation first before we go into that weight loss zone. Now, I'm going to backtrack a little bit, because some people, when they come in, they're so fatigued, they're so defeated that they just need a win. And so there is no one size fits all approach to what I do. So even within a group that is set up for everybody to win at a certain pace, we're still going to individualize that to you, right? If you need a win, we're going to find you that win. And next month, your win hopefully will look different, right? So it's just amazing. and you come in and the other people in the group are there to support you. Now it's going to be super fun because in this group I've got a couple of people going who have been there for a few months. They're going to stay when you new people come in. So they're going to be able to share with you what's been going on with them the last couple of months. And that is the beauty of a community. That's the beauty of healing within a community. I am so excited. Now, when you come in here, this is not a big thing. I have recently started this program. It's going to grow exponentially. I will cap it so I can be in integrity in a personalized group. And when it gets too big, we'll start a new cohort. But right now, I'm just little old me starting a new thing. And you are going to be here. You're going to be building it with me. All right. I got to look at my notes again. Hormones. Oh man, we're totally going to talk about hormones. We're going to address hormonal issues in this group. Hormones are built by cholesterol, is your basic foundation, right? Cholesterol has been vilified. You get on those statins, you get that cholesterol too low, you're going to have no testosterone, your hormones are going to suffer. Like, it is a problem. So Tanya is a nurse. Tanya does not change, does not diagnose, does not mess with your medications. That is between you and your doctor, right? We'll talk about it. You and your doctor will make your decisions. In my group coaching, I stay within my bounds and I am just coaching you. We can do labs, functional labs. Yes, I have the extra credentials for that. We can talk about optimal function. We just don't diagnose, we don't treat or mitigate any certain diseases. We pull weeds, right? Your body will heal under the right conditions. Your body is only a product of the environment that you expose it to. I'm going to say that again. Your body is only a product of the environment that you expose it to. So you have to take responsibility. In this program, we're going to talk about a detox lifestyle. We're going to talk about personal products. We're going to talk about chemtrails. We're going to talk about poisons and parasites in your water. So I'm going to help you stay in balance. We're going to talk about all the scary stuff in the world that you have absolutely no control over. And I'm going to help you mentally stay in balance. When you get enlightened, a lot of people get scared. They get overwhelmed and they run away. That's why this group program is so powerful. I'm going to help you stay in balance. I'm going to show you the tools to live here in the matrix and to flourish, to bloom, and to grow in health. Does that sound awesome? Right? How could you not take me up on this offer? I can't wait to have you join. I can't wait to have you end 2025 with intention to bring in consistency, to finally get back control of your health in 2026. So mitochondria, nervous system, right? When you're fatigued, when you have no energy, when you're just packing on pounds, eating 500 calories, still gaining weight, your body is sending out an SOS. We have got to get your cellular health right. We have got to get your energetic health right before we can do anything else. Your hormones might be all over the place. Your anxiety, your irritability, your food cravings, all of these things are driven by the toxins inside of you and the parasites inside of you. So yes, absolutely everyone who comes in and does my group program is headed first over the cliff doing a 120-day foundational detox, and parasite cleanse. That is absolutely the foundation for everyone who comes in. Now, that is a 4-month program, and it might take you all year to get it done. That's okay. That is absolutely okay. We leave space, we leave grace for this process. Not everybody is all in and can get those supplements done every day on time. That's okay. I left space. Your bargain, I'm going to give you a code for $500 off the year commitment because you need that space. You need that grace, right? It might take you a full year to get done my 120 days, and that is okay. I'm here for that. I'm holding space for you while you get consistent, while you find clarity. Let's see, what else? All of your symptoms, I don't care what it is, they connect back to the same basic root causes. The biggest root cause that nobody wants to talk about, that nobody wants to admit to, is you. You are the root cause of your health issues. What you say, what you do, what you don't do, what you eat, what you don't eat, what you move, what you don't move. You, my friend, have to be ready to take accountability and take responsibility, or my program will not work for you. You have to be able to say, I'm Tanya, and I have really messed up the last 30 years. I am ready to take responsibility. I am ready to get consistent, and I will do what it takes to take back control of my health. Your body was created to heal. I don't care what your genetics say. I don't care what disease your grandma had or your grandpa had or your great grandparents had. That is not an excuse. You can change your outcomes, right? We're gonna break generational curses. We're gonna break generational poor habits. You're gonna invest in you, and this is going to change your children. It's going to change your grandchildren. So this whole thing is way bigger than you. We're talking about generational health. We're talking about generational outcomes. When you put up that block and say, no, I do not accept this curse. I do not accept my inconsistency. When you say, I am doing better, I am consistent, I am healing, I am moving forward, and stop talking about your toxic traits of your past. We are going to shift your identity, right? We are going to completely bring you from one place to another, right? Are you ready for an identity shift? Oh, I need to get back to my notes here. Nutrition is communication. It tells your body who you are and what you need, right? You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. In my programs, we do a lot of food allergy testing, especially if somebody is stuck, if things aren't working. It's time to test for food allergies. It's time to see in black and white what your hard no's are. When we test blood, we test IgG and IgA. IgA being about the gut. We test food additives. We even test food dyes. So that can be super important. Everything we do is about detox and drainage. We can't talk about it enough. Your drainage pathways in your body are like your city sewer or your city dumpsters. If your sewer is backed up, if your dumpsters are overflowing, we cannot be doing parasite cleansing. We cannot be detoxing until we open all that up first, until we empty your dumpsters and power wash them. Then we can move on. We have to have you pooping. We have to have these things open. If you're full of bad skin rashes and skin issues, you are backed up. So again, that is why you're going to come into 6 months or 12 months into my group coaching program, because you might stay at the jumpstart level where we're opening the drainage, where we're opening up, where we're reactivating your kidneys and liver. You might need to stay there for 3 months. We're building mitochondrial health, so you've got the energy to do the detox, right? So it's amazing. You got 12 months to get this done. You don't have to pressure yourself. You can do it at a nice, sustainable, gradual, life-changing pace. Consistency, accountability, showing up. Now, do you have to come every Sunday to group? You don't. It's absolutely like going to college, right? So if you went to college, it was different than high school. You showed up, you bought your book, or you didn't buy your book. They didn't care if you bought the book or not. You got your syllabus. It told you when the tests were. It gave you an outline. You could show up every day and be an overachiever and take notes and get an A+ and graduate on the dean's list. Or you could show up on test day or flunk out altogether. That's up to you. That is what working with me in a group coaching setting is like. I give you modules, video modules that take you through every step. Inside those video modules, I have a little homework, but I'll get a notification. I've got certain modules where I'll know that you've been there because my system is going to tell me to mail you a bonus gift, right? So there's little encouragements worked in there. There's little bonus gifts worked in there. Do you have to do it? Any of those videos? No. You don't have to do any of it, right? You can waste your money like you've wasted your money in the past, but that's not going to be on me. Right? If you flunk out, it absolutely will not be because I didn't give you the tools. You have the video modules. You can show up every Sunday and meet with us as a group, or you can take a month off, or you can come every other week, or you never come. That, my friend, is totally on you. Now, also, we pair eating programs with supplements, with behavior enhancement. Now, if you don't have the money to do the supplements, you can still exponentially improve your health by just doing the free behavior changes, right? If you can't seem to get the behavior changes going, but you can remember to take the supplements, you're still going to exponentially improve your health. Now, let's say you are willing to take the supplements, but you're not willing to give up gluten and dairy. So you're going to get like a C, right? You're not going to get an A+, but you're still going to be better than you were before you started. So there's absolutely no way that you cannot have success when you are in my group program. Now, success to you is going to look different to success to somebody else that is in your same class, and that's okay. Because at the end of the day, you can only do you. You can only be accountable for yourself. Let's see. Failure. I know you're probably nervous because maybe you've tried something like this before. You've wasted your money. You haven't finished. That happens. That just happens. Whether it was not your season, you hadn't quite flipped that switch, you weren't quite ready. But the main thing, people fail when they're trying to do things like this on their own. You're always going to be more successful if your spouse is on the same page, if they're willing to come along with you. You're going to be even more successful in a group where other people are getting measurable results, even quantumly entangled with the same intention will improve your outcomes. When you do fail, because you will have some setbacks, it's not because you're weak. And when you're doing it in a group, you're not alone. When you get stuck, we'll hear you out, we'll support you. When life gets stressful, your health outcomes are not optional, right? That can't fall by the wayside. Stress, life events, it can no longer be an excuse. And those moments are when you need support the most, right? When something tragic happens and you have this group of friends that you've developed to fall back on, it will get you through those triggers and those tragedies. We know that people don't quit because of protocols or supplements or meal plans. They quit when they're in isolation. They quit when they feel like they're alone and when things feel like they're not working. There's nothing wrong with you for quitting, for having tried 10 different weight loss programs, having tried 10 different practitioners. There's nothing wrong with you. Your timing was off, or you didn't have the right structure for what you needed. In these programs, I am not walking miles ahead of you. I am just a few blocks ahead of you. I just really feel like I got my act together this last year. It was a great year for me, keeping in a place of routine and discipline. So I'm here to help you. I'm here to guide you. I'm here. You all keep me accountable, and I need that, right? So have I met my weight loss goals? No, I haven't. I've got 20 pounds that I'm on the road to losing. Have I met my health goals? No, I will never completely arrive. I've got my fibromyalgia on the run. I've got my Hashimoto's on the run. So I feel better right now at 53 than I did at 33. And that says a lot. I want that for you. We're going to go to that place together. We're going to do it consistently. We're going to show up for one another. Again, I'm not miles ahead of you. I'm just a few blocks ahead of you, guiding you. I will never shame you. I will just support you on the journey. I'm a steady voice when you lose momentum, right? We try so hard to keep our attitude and our words positive, right? And that is super hard to reconstruct those thoughts instead of every day, oh, I didn't get this done or I didn't get that done, but focusing on the wins. I'm right here working on my own mindset with you, absolutely with you. We're going to grow together. We're going to go at a pace that you can sustain, right? We have to be able to sustain it or it is no good. The guidance doesn't have to disappear. After a year, I will absolutely have an offer for you to keep you inside the group. Maybe after that year, I will move you up to a leadership role. This thing is going to get big, and I am needing to raise up some leaders to help me. So that graduating off the program, I haven't had anybody graduate yet because this is that new. The people I have here now have got 3 months in, so they're not that far ahead of you either. So if you are one who is wanting to become some kind of like health coach or something like that, I'm not saying I can offer you a fancy certification, but I can definitely train you in my program and in my shadow and give you responsibility and some kind of paycheck in the future. There is room for you to grow here with me. This business of mine is taking off exponentially, and I am looking for help. But that help has got to show me that consistency. They've got to be here as a client, working and understanding my program and showing me that they will show up. That's what I need to see. That's all part of the test, right? 2026. I don't know about you, but I am so excited. I'm not in fear of the crazy planet and everything else that's wacky and wild and going on, because I've got control of me. I've got control of what goes out of my mouth and what goes in my mouth. And that makes me not worry about the rest of the world that I can't change. I focus my vernacular on my little world and what I can control. It makes the anxiety of the rest of the world completely melt away. So let me get this closed up. If you stayed, I'm going to give you my discount code. It is on my website. You're going to go to group programs and read through it, see where you fit in. My End Strong is the discount code, ENDSTRONG. That is going to get you $500 off my 2 top tier group coaching programs at the 12-month commitment. So one of them is called Taste of Transformation, and that is got the hybrid group 1-to-1. It's not 1-to-1. It's the group coaching. We meet every Sunday. And then you've got the independent modules. You can either do 6 months, or I'm offering you $500 off the 12-month commitment. The other option is my intensive coaching program. And now the only thing that makes that different is you get 6 1-to-1 appointments with me. So off the group, just me and you. So that's kind of more intensive. We would probably be talking about labs. We would be talking specifically a lot of times about like mental health stuff. We would be adding in my bioenergetic testing, and that is there's just 6 appointments figured into that. Now, when those 6 appointments are done, that doesn't mean like you're high and dry. You can always add one-offs or add another group or a package of 6. So that the support doesn't end. It just is a place to start. So again, that discount code for $500 off is End Strong. So when you put in the code, smush it together, there'll be no spaces. End Strong. And you're going to use that at checkout. That offer is good until the end of the year. Now, of course, in January, everything goes up a little bit, so I might have some price changes if you don't get in on this now. And of course, in January, I'm going to have some kind of relaunch, some kind of offers, especially coming off our summit. So I want to make sure you get your ticket to our Mondax Summit. They're available on my website. Just get to the homepage and click on that summit picture. This is a super unique opportunity that I am so excited about. Let's see, I've been on here a while, but I got to tell you about this. I've got to close strong. You've got to know about this summit. So I have got myself plus 16 other practitioners in the Mondax rounded up to bring you their best. I've kind of been having a hard time explaining this to people because in our area, it's like super new. For me, like especially for when I buy a class from us for a certificate or under one of my mentors, we always do these Zooms. Like, so that's not new to me, but it might be new to you. And I've had a hard time explaining it. So this summit is in the evenings. It is January 5th through 9th. So it'll start at 5 o'clock Mountain Time. And then that presenter has got their allotted amount of time. They might finish early, and then the next person is not going to start until the next allotted time. So that's all on the schedule on my website. When you sign up, you'll get an email the night before, so you know who's coming on, what they're going to talk about, and what time they're starting. So you don't have to watch it all, but you're going to want to. Like, these are amazing people within our community that are doing the coolest things. People that you haven't met, people that you need to know, resources that you need. So your options are, for $27, you can get a drop-in access pass. So you have access the whole week to get on live. I'll be using StreamYard. So you'll get the code and you can get on and listen to any of the 5 days, 5 nights worth of streaming. If you get the replay pass, yes, you get on the code so you can get it live, but then you're going to get access to my website, to the members area, and all of the presentations are going to live there. Now, it might take me a little bit to get them all uploaded and all organized, but after the summit, they're going to live there and you will always have access to them. They're not going to go away. So that is a $57 pass. And then, so I had to kind of put some constraints on things because I had to get the swag ordered and that kind of thing. So for the VIP experience, this is like a one-of-a-kind option. I don't know anybody else that has done something like this. For the VIP, you can jump on live, you'll have the replay, and then on January 11th at 1 o'clock, we're going to have an in-person meet and greet. So you can still buy a VIP ticket even if you can't come to the in-person. Why would you do that? The first 50 people are going to get the t-shirt. They're going to get some fun swag items, and they're going to get an amazing offer from each one of our presenters. So the best coupon, the best discount, the best offer is going out to those first 50 tickets. Now, I don't really want to mail that stuff out, but if you want that good stuff, but you know you can't get to the live event, if you pay the shipping, I will mail it to you. Absolutely mail it to you. At the live, at the mixer, there'll be some of the presentators that are too far away. They can't make it. So it's just going to be whoever can get there. And we'll do kind of like speed dating. We'll just do Q&A. It's not going to be like a vendor show or anything. It's going to be high, like, communication. It's going to be awesome conversations, some charcuterie, some good herbal mocktails, and it's going to last for about 2 hours, maybe longer if people are having a great time and they want to stay. So that is what that VIP looks like. The reason you want that ticket is absolutely for the offers. Absolutely for the offers. I'm going to have some blow away coupons in my swag bag. Like, you're not going to want to miss it. I don't know what everybody else is going to do, but I know mine are definitely going to be worth the price of admission. I am selling some raffle tickets, so you'll find those on my website. I'm selling I don't have mine on today, it's still on the charger, a Nikki frequency healing watch. There's no EMF. They don't get text messages or anything like that. I don't do that. Like, I don't do anything Bluetooth to my body. So that Nikki watch, there's only 50 of each items. The Nikki watch, I think, is $12. Then I've got an LED anti-aging red light mask. That is, I think, $16 ticket. And then I've got a big, nice professional red light, and that is an $18 ticket. So you don't have to be present to win, but I'm going to have them, all the names in a hat, and have somebody draw them out at the VIP event. You do not have to be present to win. You can buy multiple tickets. I've got some rules in place to kind of protect me. I'm not giving these things away. So if I don't get half of the tickets sold, what I'm going to do is do a 50-50 raffle with whoever bought the ticket, but they're not going to get the item. In order for me to give that item away, I have to get those tickets sold. So those rules are on the website. When you go to purchase the ticket, I'll let you know that. But raffle tickets are an awesome gift. The Mondac Summit is an awesome gift. Like, especially, your girlfriends, your coworkers, they don't need another coffee mug. They don't need another junky candle. They don't need more hand lotion. Get them a Mondac ticket. Get them a ticket to the summit. Buy your friends an extra VIP ticket. Make it a date, and then get some people together and watch the thing. You'll have so much to talk about. I'm telling you, you're gonna be blown away by the people that I put together in this summit. Goals going forward with the summit. I hope to do this every 6 months. So if you wanted to get in as a presenter and it didn't work out for you, that's all right. We're going to try to do it twice a year. This summit is going to bloom into a podcast. So I don't know what I'm going to call it, if it's just going to be Awaken Wellness, something or another, but it's going to bloom into hopefully a twice weekly podcast where we are continuing the conversation. So I'm looking for more practitioners. I'm looking for more connections. Does this have to be just from the Mondac? Not necessarily, because we outsource a lot of things, right? Like, I've got some fun practitioners in my network that do emotion code, or things like that. So I'm going to be bringing in different people. The summit, the podcast, I am going to be starting a nonprofit. I don't know who about nonprofits. So if you're someone out there who wants to volunteer and help me get that figured out, or even volunteer and kind of be on a board with me for this nonprofit, a large portion of the tickets sales from the Mondac Summit, I'm going to set aside for this nonprofit. What the nonprofit purpose is going to be, there will be like an application scholarship process where people in the Mondac that need help, that want to work with one of the presenters that have been at this summit or future summits, or are kind of partners with me. There's going to have to be some kind of partnership where they're helping me raise funds and they're helping me bring value into this. There's going to have to be some kind of partnership going on there. But someone then applies and the nonprofit can write a scholarship check so you can work so that person, that applicant, can take those funds and work with one of these practitioners, because all of us are operating in a place where insurance does not cover what we do, right? And we don't want just the financially elite in the Mondat community to be able to do some kind of alternative health. We want to make this more accessible. Now, will we be able to help everybody or to support everything they need from that practitioner? Probably not. I am going to need help. I'm going to need structure because I just, want to give all away. And I blow my budget in the first 3 months, right? So I'm going to need some volunteers who are going to be part of that process, who are going to help me to figure out how to allocate funds, how to have a reserve, and how not to just give everything out in that first 60 days that we're live with that. So those are things that Awaken Wellness has got planned for 2026. It's going to be amazing. Just to reiterate, I am looking for people who are ready to make a 12-month commitment to being consistent to their health, to pulling weeds, to eating better, to doing a deep dive parasite and cellular level detoxification, and getting back control of your health, right? So at 12 months, I've got 2 different offers and I'm offering $500 off. After you've graduated, after you've done that 12 month, there could be a chance that I have got a place for you on my team. I am building a team of health coaches. I need help to do this work. There's so many people who are so ripe and ready to take back control of their health, who are sick and tired of being sick and tired, and they're ready to make their health the biggest, best, most important investment they will ever make. So if that is you, just get a hold of us on our website, awakenwellnessllc.com. Fill out any of those pop-ups and we'll get you on our email list. Keep in touch. You'll get on our email list, you'll get like my blog posts as they go out. You'll get invites to our lives. You'll get the first and best offers before anything goes on sale. We'll tell you about it first. So thank you so much for being here. Please like, please share, and I will see you next week.